What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, bringing you some more Dragon Ball FighterZ, and today we are wrapping up my most recent City of Mayhem Dragon Ball FighterZ tournament run. Again, this is always a tournament that's being hosted on... This is a tournament that is always hosted on Bum163's channel. Link will be in the description to his Twitch down below. I haven't actually been forgetting these last few videos, so I'm actually proud of myself. A little pat on the back for just actually remembering to do the thing I said I'm going to do in these videos. But anyway, in our last couple of videos, we won our first 3 rounds, beat our first 3 opponents, and then we had to face off against Mizi, a very skilled and very young player who ended up taking us out of the winner side of the bracket and went down into losers. Which then meant that my next opponent was none other than Alucard. Now, some of you may be familiar with Alucard. He was known as one of the best Frieza players in the world and like a loyalist to the character, but I don't blame him for not playing the character too much these days because it is a bit of a struggle. Even though Frieza keeps getting some decent changes, it never feels like it's quite enough. Even when people think, oh, Frieza's top tier now, Frieza's gonna be godlike, the changes he gets never really seem to amount to the rest of the cast, and what a nice 2H by me. That was really good. But you see, we're actually off to a very strong start here. He's running a team of Jiren, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Janemba. And Janemba is basically for him now what Frieza used to be. That's more so his star character. That's the character he's more known for. And I feel like that's the character that he's been labbing the most and practicing the most. And yeah, he sparks up, super dashes at me, 6M, out on blockade, it is what it is. Also, you notice his name is See Me in the Clouds. He's one of those players who definitely plays on like one of the clouds. How to explain the cloud for those who don't know? Basically, there's like a system of playing the game close to what's offline, where you're playing on a server and you're not actually playing the game like using the game's built-in net play, but more so like you both connect to a certain server and play together, so that way it's more like a local battle. It's not quite the same, but it's better than what the game's online is, but it's not something I really frequent. Something I should try out more for the content of nothing else, just to play with some players who don't really play the game on console these days. But consoles is where I'm comfortable at, I guess. Is a bit of complacency on my part. But anyway, you'll see that things are relatively even here at the start. We had a bit of a strong start, but Alucard was bringing it back, and we lose Trunks early on. Now, I will say I still believe in Android 18 and 21, especially since I have that full health tournament back there, but I'm not as confident in Android 18 as I am in Base Vegeta. Not because I feel like I'm better with Base Vegeta, but just because I feel like Base Vegeta is the better character, despite the buffs that Android 18 has gotten. But this was my qualifying match, I believe, for top 8. I believe if I beat Alucard here... Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, if I had won this match, that would have meant that I got top 8, which means that my match against Mizi was actually the qualification for winner side top 8. I have yet to get that, man. I've been so close multiple times in these events. That's like the second or third time. That was such a big risk. I don't know why I did that. There was no reason to take a risk that big there in that moment, and the big punish is going to be huge damage on the Android 21. He's got so much meter, and all these characters can pump out a ton of damage, except he drops the combo. And the guard cancel goes unpunished, but it's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. But anyway, yeah, that's happened 2 or 3 times where I get all the way to the qualification for winner side top 8, and then I lose that match. And then when that happens, usually I end up making it to loser side top 8. But did we manage to do that today against Alucard? Well, based on the way this first match is going, who knows? But stick around. Anyway, we lose Android 18, and yeah, I mean, we lose Android 21. I get those two mixed up so much, I don't know why. It's not like they're similar in any capacity. It's just, I don't know, be getting crisscrossed. Anyway, we're left with Anchor Android 18, and you know what? I actually think Anchor Android 18 can work out decently well. I mean, the thing is, if Android 18 just had better neutral, she could actually work really well as an Anchor, because like she's capable of like doing damage. She has actually ways of a really good way of like mitigating your team, like, how to explain what I want to say. She can limit what you can do as a player with 3 characters, because when she calls out Android 17, like the EX17, you can't call assist and you can't tag, right? So she actually has a way of like making it a one-on-one game, so she can take out one character at a time. Now, granted, there's obviously ways of you know, countering that EX17, but it is pretty strong. And she's got, you know, decent damage. She's got really good Oki as well. And yeah, it's just her neutral, she just struggles because like she's, in my opinion, is a character that's really reliant on assist, and she's a bit more of a defensive character in my opinion, and a character that doesn't really excel well at constantly aggressing, right? Like she's a character like when she gets the hit, she does a really good job of like steamrolling and snowballing. We've talked about this multiple times, but as far as like trying to get that hit, I feel like it's better when you let your opponent come to you, or you do something with like barrier plus assist or something like that. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense, right? She does well on offense, but not in the way that like she's good at landing the hit. She's good at continuing the hits, but not necessarily finding it. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense, but y'all let me know. Anyway, game number 2 starts. We found a couple of hits on Jiren. He gets Jiren out of there and is back into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This is looking similar to the first game, although we didn't manage to actually take that first game. Hit, 6M. I didn't commit to either of those 5-0s. Those were 2 separate hits, and then we reset it with the 6M plus assist. That's fine by me. I could have actually killed there probably if I extended off the 21 assist, but that was me not believing my ability to combo off with it because just I don't have as much experience with it. I'm not as comfortable with that. But yeah, the reflectance of the tag, I should have 2H'd it. I should have 2H'd it. And then like I tried to 2H that jump in thinking that it was a well, I thought it was a jump in, but it actually turned out to be a 6M. But it is what it is. We still have our sparking. He's building up stacks on the Gogeta. I'm like, oh man, I'm about to get level 7, aren't I? I wasn't even thinking about the level 7 because I don't believe he's playing the A assist. Whoa, lost my voice there for a second. Matter of fact, where's my water? I don't think he was playing the A assist. I don't even remember. Drop my rejump. That sucks. But we finally jump in and take out Gogeta, so level 7 is officially off the table, and I'm a lot less fearful of what this team is capable of. Not because I don't believe in the strength of Jiren or Janemba, because I do think both those characters are pretty formidable, but just because like I have a full health 21, Android 18 is still pretty healthy, Trunks isn't dead yet, we have Spark on the table, we have a decent amount of bars, so I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a tough comeback for him, but it's not impossible. I was waiting for a Vanish there, he didn't give it to me. I should have reflected that. I don't believe that jails, and yeah, I tried to poke there with the 2L. Caught my toes slipping with the 2M, and that should be the end of Trunks up here, I believe, because he's going to get the level 1, this is level 3 with Jiren, and then that's going to be the end of this character, yeah. But, fun fact about Alucard, just in case you're unaware of like his fighting and prowess, his skill level, he's beaten players the likes of Chris G before in tournament, and, you know, regularly trains with people like Sonic and Coach Steve and Nitro. And, you know, just a lot of the stronger East Coast players and the New York players. So, you know, everybody you're used to seeing in City of Mayhem, you know, House of Chaos, the Savage Land, those guys, they kind of all run together. I'm sure if you know about any of those guys, you already know who Alucard is. Anyway, we find the level 3. I go in for what I thought was a safe jump, but I don't know if you just can't safe jump that or if I just messed up the safe jump. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I just messed it up, but I don't really know for sure. That's something I should probably lab. But admittedly, I'm very lazy when it comes to labbing situations like that. I oftentimes just wait for somebody else to do it and I copy it. Anyway, you'll see though, we end up with a ton of blue life on Android 18. He cannot get the kill here. I didn't want to just raw tag, so I was like, okay, if I end up blocking, I'm going to pop the sparking. He runs at me after I block. I don't know what the name of that move is, the Hellgate, and this right here is my biggest downfall in this matchup. It wasn't like a big factor in the first game, but as it turns out, I'm not familiar enough with Janemba. You'd think I'd have a decent amount of Janemba experience. Again, the counter, bro, and I kept anti-vanishing to try to save myself, but I don't really know what you're supposed to do about that move. It just caught me slipping a lot, and like I wasn't getting hit by it, but I just ended up in a situation where I just had to block, and I ended up getting opened up after the fact, and I'm eating huge damage here from this Janemba against my Android 21, and we blocked the jump in, even after whipping a flick, so that's good. Blocking all the pressure, but Janemba does in fact have a buffed command grab, so he finds a hit into the super, gets Janemba out, Jiren back in. We're still alive, but it's not looking good. We jump the 5H though, find the overhead, light, medium, medium, or medium, light, light rather. Boom, tag into the Android 18 because she's recovered her blue life, and Android 21 has blue life that I need to recover. Level 1, down goes the Jiren. Now it's 18 versus 21. Anyway, as I was saying, you would think that I have a decent amount of Janemba experience from playing with SeeReax, but, well, I'm gonna just be honest, Alucard's Janemba is a few notches above Dion. I'm not gonna lie. No, that's no shade to the homie Dion, but Alucard is a more formidable player who just is a bit more adept at using some Janemba's skills and tactics than SeeReax is, and so I just wasn't prepared for this caliber of player behind this character. And it really showed me that I don't really know a whole lot about what this character is capable of when in the hands of that kind of pilot. So yeah, that being said though, we do actually manage to find the hit and take out the Janemba, and yeah, level 1, level 3, and we actually tie things up at 1-1. So I was pleasantly surprised with myself because I've played Alucard before, and I think I've taken a game here or there, but he usually beats me. So this was a player who I felt like I definitely can beat, especially because was losing his voice, especially because I don't believe he's been playing Jiren for very long. I think he only just picked up Jiren a few days ago, and I think Jiren is very strong, but he's not well versed with the character, and he learns probably a lot faster than I do. And he's probably like messed around with him a bit in the past, but yeah, Gogeta's Gogeta. Janemba is like his star player, but he's essentially playing with let's say like 2.5 characters. These are all strong and formidable characters, but as far as like his familiarity with them, we're saying he's playing with 2.5 characters. So that tied with the fact that I do believe in my skill enough to where I feel like I can beat him, and what a confirm off the hit on the raw tag. That was great. I feel like I could take him. I didn't think it would be easy, but I feel like I could do it. We find the EX17 pressure. I actually called my 21 assist because I wanted super dash plus the assist mix up, and I didn't quite do that right, and plus he was reflecting anyway. And yeah, he ends up getting the hit on Android 18 because the super dash crossed me up, and I woke up with the up tech. He found the hit, didn't commit fully though, and I popped my sparking right away just because I didn't want to eat any more pressure. And he just ran up full auto combo and then caught me with Janemba's assist. Janemba's assist is one of those assists that I struggle with playing around just because It's essentially Super Saiyan Vegeta A assist. And if you've been watching me long enough, you know I've talked about how much I struggle with Super Saiyan Vegeta A assist. And honestly, why are my clothes out on the street? Honestly, I think you've lost your mind. Anyway, I can't believe I came home to find my car. Anyway, I think Janemba's assist is actually better than Vegeta's assist because it tracks. And the assist is another thing that caught me slipping a lot. I really feel like Janemba was my big downfall in this matchup. And that's not to say that his Jiren or his Gogeta weren't formidable or that Alucard as a player wasn't strong, but I'm saying like Janemba was the gatekeeper, the raid boss in this matchup for me, because it was his assist and just the counter and a couple of other tools that were catching me slipping. Mainly those two things, I feel like, and I just didn't have enough experience against it, I guess. Go for the re-jump here, actually managed to pull it off this time, knocked down to the 21 assists, except I whiffed it. I wanted the medium shining slash. I wouldn't have been able to kill there, but it would have been huge damage. I probably would have gone for it though. Trunks level 2 into level 3, just because I would have gotten better Oki with Android 21 level 3, would have been decent damage. Probably would have forced him to pop a sparking there, and maybe would have been able to bait it and get the kill, and if not bait it and get the kill, then at least get him to spend that resource so I could even out this matchup just a little bit more. But of course, that's not how things played out at all. Trunks ends up getting hit, he gets to level 1 into the Jiren level 3, and now Trunks is leaking, Janemba's recovering that blue life, his team's looking really healthy, he saw sparking, and it's just, it's not looking good for us. And this motherfucker, you know, all I saw was red when that happened. I damn near put the controller down and just let him take the game after that. I damn near put the controller down and just let him take the game after that. I was like, I wanted to be like, I will beat the shit out of you, but Alucard's not exactly one of these random ass players, so I'll be playing in ranked. You know, he actually has a brain. So it wasn't gonna be that simple. It wasn't gonna be that simple. I didn't like suddenly lean forward in my gamer chair, which actually I don't use a gaming chair. I just use an actual really nice office chair from Staples. But yeah, them gaming chairs kind of lame to me, I'm not gonna lie. That's no shade that you have one, but it's not my style. I don't know why even. Whatever. Point is, I knew it was gonna be that easy. Anyway, he had level 7 charged up. He finds a hit on 121. And that's all she wrote. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And thus ended my City of Mayhem run. So I ended up being out of the tournament at 9th place, which isn't too shabby. It's not too bad, especially out of 91 players, I believe was the total count at the end. It was 91 or 93. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but 91 or 93 players, I got 9th place. I really wanted that top 8, even if it was loser side. My goal for this event was actually 5th place, just because I feel like I've been getting 7th a lot lately. And I was like, if I can just get one rank higher than I usually do at 5th, that'd be really nice. Which I would have been guaranteed if I beat Meezy. Because if I would have gotten in the winner side top 8, I would have been guaranteed 5th place at lowest. But it's just so close, but not quite. We're just not quite there yet. Although I will say I did impress myself with my play with this team, because I said before, like, as confident as I am in this team and as fun as it is and as much as I like it, I'm not as confident in this team as I am with base Vegeta Trunks 21. I feel like that team is better just because I feel like Vegeta is better. And I kind of want to try out some other teams still in City Mayhem just for the fun of it and just to see what I like the most. So I want to play like Hit Bardock Trunks, base Vegeta Bardock Trunks, and I think there was one more I want to try. Was that it? Those might be it. I might try out 18 Hit Trunks as well to see how I feel about that. But which is a pretty defensive team because you got the DP assist and Hit can be played very defensively. And like I said, I think 18 is more of a defensive character in neutral. I should specify that. I feel like 18 is a more defensive character in neutral. But once she's on offense itself, like it's different. I think that explains a little bit more clearly what the point I was trying to get across. But yeah, 9th place out of over 90 competitors. I can't really complain too much. I really wanted that top 8. And I've been managing to get top 8 recently, but just couldn't quite clutch it out. But well played by Meezy, well played by Alucard. I definitely need to practice more against Janemba and get more familiar with that character. And just tighten up my gameplay overall. I think in the next tournament I want to play Hit, but I'm not sure entirely. But we'll see how things go. Also, I know some of you guys have been wondering whether or not I'm going to enter any Guilty Gear tournaments, and I would like to at some point, although I'm much more skilled in fighters than I'm in Guilty Gear, and I don't expect to really perform well at all in a Strive tournament, but I'll do it anyway just for the content, just to see how far I can make it and see how much more I can learn. But I believe SeeReax? Question mark? Don't quote me on that. SeeReax or another content creator, a streamer, YouTuber, actually hosts, I don't know if they still do, but they were hosting beginner tournaments for Strive players, and I don't know if I still qualify as a beginner. I feel like I do. But I'm not sure how low or high the bar is for what's considered a beginner in the game. But I might try my hand at one of those. But I also wouldn't mind entering like Levo or something like that. You know, one of the actual big tournaments that's being hosted online by like Leffen or you know, Cloud's content series. Because even though I don't think I'll do well, like I said, it'll just be fun for you guys. Anyway, I actually did make a mistake, and I thought I had one more match to show you guys. I thought that I won one match in losers and then lost to Alucard, but it turns out this was the last match I had in the event, which you've probably realized by now considering we're still paused here, and I lost that one, so my losers run ended. So yeah, a bit of a shorter video today, but hopefully you guys still enjoyed. Like I said, I thought I had one more match to show, so I thought this would be a longer video. It's a little bit on the short side, but it was a decently long set, so hopefully you guys don't mind too much. But yeah, I'm still gonna be practicing. Oh, and by the way, by the time you're watching this video, I might be live right now over on twitch.tv/LotusAsakura, and I will be training some more, probably playing some games with June. He's been like my sparring partner lately, and just grinding the game right now with Dragon Ball, just because I want to get better. If you tune in and I'm playing Genshin, I probably might start with some Genshin, but we will be playing Dragon Ball later on. So twitch.tv/LotusAsakura, link is always in the description down below. Come through and chill, which you should follow the stream anyway if you don't, because we have lots of fun over there. Been playing Genshin, DBFZ, Guilty Gear. Also, I cannot wait for this Demon Slayer game. You guys don't understand. Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles, that game looks like a lot of fun. It looks like the best anime game since Ninja Storm 4. Obviously not including DBFZ. But I mean, like, as far as these arena fighters go, Demon Slayer, it's got a lot of potential, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching this gameplay on stream yesterday. There's like the voice actors were playing the game, and it's got potential. Put your pretty hands, put your pretty hands on me, y'all. If you know about that, if you know the reference to that, no comment. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up here. I'm dawdling on long enough. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit the video like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all that awesome content when I bring you. But with all that being said, it's pretty much off today. And remember, nothing capital takes from the bat. Later.